Here's how the ECLIPSE controller works. This right here is the trigger. It makes it go fast and slow. This is the choke choice. Right now the toggle is on the bottom. It goes from 0 to 20 feet. If you go up 2, it takes you from 20 to 40. And then in the middle, it takes you from 40 to 60. If you do want to use the choke, you do have to turn the choke switch on, which is here. And as far as the amount of choke goes, that would be this dial here. So if we're on choke on 0 to 20, now you're at 0 feet. Turn this to 1, you're now at 2 feet. Turn it to 2, you're at 4 feet. Turn it to 3, you're at 6 feet. So each increment is 2 feet. This next one here is your sensitivity. That's pretty easy to understand. And then here's the brake. Notice that this toggle switch is on BK, which is just regular braking. So minimum brake, you turn it all the way to minimum, and your regular braking is now turned off. If you want even less braking, you flip the switch to anti-brake, and then you start turning the dial the other way, and that will increase the amount of anti-braking. I generally don't go any more than that, because more than that, the car will just really take off when you're stopped, and it becomes a bit unwieldy. Full throttle bypass, that's the 0 setting. It's actually set on the full throttle bypass now. That's full throttle bypass off. If you used, for instance, choke, if you use, say, 8 times 2 is 16 feet of choke, and you've got the full throttle bypass off, that means that when you are at full throttle, you're at full throttle with 16 feet of choke. Now, if you turn on the full throttle bypass and you start to turn up this knob here, when you're on full, it will now have less than 16 feet of choke. I can't tell you how much, and from what I understand, it's not a linear adjustment. Turn it up more, and now you're even less choke at full speed. Say you're at 16 feet of choke, maybe now at full speed you're at 8 feet of choke. If you turn this all the way up, then basically you are at full, straight up, no choke when you're at full throttle. The final adjustment are these toggle switches down here. If they're all down, then the curve of the throttle is linear. If you put one toggle up, it's going to flatten down the curve of the throttle a little bit on the bottom, so it'll make it a little softer on the bottom. And the more of these you flip up, the more the curve is going to get knocked down towards the beginning of your throttle pull. So if you've got all 4 of them up, you're going to have to pull the trigger quite a bit to get the car to start. I hope that helps.